Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Angela Meyers and welcome back to the series. Today we're talking about something many versatile, multi-talented people experience. Why work can feel strangely difficult for polymaths. Not because they lack intelligence or ability, often because the system was built for something narrower. If you've ever felt underused, misunderstood, or impossible to summarize on a resume, this conversation may explain a lot. The first confusion starts early. Many people are encouraged, even as children, to explore, try music, try sports, try art, join clubs, be curious, develop yourself. Schools often reward the well-rounded student. But then adulthood arrives and the message suddenly changes. Pick one lane, choose one title, specialize, be expert, stay in your silo. Too many polymathic people feel out of place in that world. You were taught to grow wide, then told to become narrow. Why careers can feel harder for polymaths? Well, many hiring systems still prefer clean labels. Marketing manager, engineer, analyst, designer, operations lead. But what if you're someone who can do strategy, communication, systems thinking, design, leadership, and problem solving? Some employers see value and others see confusion. A polymath can be highly qualified, yet lose opportunities because their path looks non-linear. Someone else may get selected simply because they have repeated one exact title for 10 years. That doesn't always mean they're a better thinker. It often means they're easier to categorize. The resume problem. Polymaths frequently have what I call a buffet resume. Interesting experiences, different industries, multiple competencies, unexpected combinations, and to the right employer, this is gold. But to the wrong employer, it looks messy. Same person, different interpretation. But here's the twist. Once hired, polymaths often become incredibly valuable. Why? Because organizations don't only need task doers. They need people who can connect departments, see blind spots, translate across functions, solve unusual problems, learn quickly, adapt in the middle of changing, improve broken systems, bridge technical and human issues. That's polymath territory. Why this matters more in 2026? Well, AI is changing work rapidly. Some narrow tasks are being automated. Routine outputs are cheaper. Templates are abundant. But integrated judgment is scarce. The employee who only does one narrow, repeatable task may face pressure. The employee who can combine AI tools with human insight, communication, systems thinking, and creativity becomes really powerful. In many cases, the future may reward people who can do many useful things well and know when to use each one. Another challenge, underutilized talent. Many polymaths feel boxed in. An employer hires one slice of them, but never sees the rest. Maybe they were hired for operations, but they can also build culture. Hired for writing, but they can also strategize. Hired for analytics, but they can also lead people. This hidden surplus is common, and it's expensive for organizations to waste. There's also the opposite problem, overused talent. Sometimes highly capable polymaths become the unofficial fixer of everything. Need a presentation? Them. Need a workflow solved? Them. Need a client saved? Them. Need a cross-team translation? Them. Need creative ideas? Them. Capability attracts responsibility, but without boundaries, versatility becomes overload. Just because someone can do many things does not mean they should do all the things. Why many polymaths become entrepreneurs? Some eventually realize, if no one knows how to use my full range, I may need to build my own ecosystem. That's why many polymaths move into consulting, entrepreneurship, advising, content creation, teaching, fractional leadership, portfolio careers, because self-designed work can hold more dimensions than traditional roles. What organization should learn? The old question was, who fits this box? The smarter question now is, what problems do we need solved, and who has the range to solve them? And that shift changes everything. What polymaths should learn? 1, stop apologizing for range. Your variety may be very, very strategic. 2, learn to narrate coherence. Don't list skills. Explain how they work together, the through line, the package of them. 3, use AI as leverage. Let AI handle routine tasks while you focus on synthesis, strategy, and judgment. 4, build a portfolio identity. You may not be one thing, and that may be your edge. 5, protect your energy. Versatility without boundaries becomes burnout. And here's my final thought. Many polymaths assumed that they were the problem. Sometimes the real issue was a narrow system evaluating broad talent. And as work evolves, that mismatch may begin to fade. You're not unemployable. You may be underpositioned. I'm Dr. Angela Meyers. If this resonated, comment below. have you ever felt underutilized at work because you can do more than your title suggests? I'll see you in the next episode.